When the Wright brothers began their path toward the invention of the airplane in 1899, propulsion was the least of their worries. They were focusing on control, aerodynamics, structures, and because there had been a progress on lightweight steam and internal combustion gasoline engines in their day, they thought it would be an easy matter to marry one of these lightweight engines with their airplane design. Same thing with propellers. They thought after decades of experience of propellers used on ships, it would be a simple matter to adapt that to the airplane. Well, they were actually quite wrong about that. The engine that they needed really had some very specific requirements. It had to be much lighter than most of the internal combustion gasoline engines of their day. But it didn't need to be very sophisticated because the Wright brothers had so successfully designed their airplane that they just needed a very low horsepower engine to get their airplane in the air. And they designed an engine which was very simple, had no carburetor, no fuel pump, very simple design, and it generated 12 horsepower, 4 more than their basic design estimate required. So they thought they would be okay. Turns out their airplane was much heavier than their design estimate, so that extra 4 horsepower really came in handy when they attempted to fly the airplane. The other component of their propulsion system, the propeller, was even more significant because the Wrights really were the first to conceive of an aerodynamic propeller, as opposed to a ship propeller which simply pushes the ship along. An aeronautical propeller is really a wing moving in rotary motion, and it generates a horizontal force we call thrust. Marrying that propeller with their simple internal combustion engine, they created a propulsion system. And it's important to think about it as a propulsion system because the Wrights understood that an airplane was many inventions. It was a wing, it was a structural design, it was a control system, and a pilot. And the propulsion system was one component of that. All of these things had to work together. An airplane was not just one invention, it was many inventions, all of which had to work in concert.